Hi, it's Karen at RT Systems, and I'm here today with three radios from Rugged Radios lineup. Their new M1, their RDMDB, and their RDHX handheld. This gives you radios for the car and one to leave with someone at a base station if that's the route you want to go. These are all digital and analog radios. And I want to show you something about text messages they do and a little bit about setup that's important to get these radios to talk to each other. We're going to talk today through text messages. So we're going to let the M1 send the text message. It's all programmed up, and we'll go over that programming here in just a minute. We're going to press the TXT button. We're going to turn the knob to quick text. And the gear is confirm. You want to leave the gear as confirm. It's important, especially if you're going to use this option. We pick the text message. I'm turning the knob to pick the text message. Then I press confirm. It shows me what it's going to say. I'm going to send it. I'm going to send it to contacts. I'm going to send it to everyone. Notice the other two light right up. This one you press confirm. Let's see if I can do it. You press confirm and there's the message. This one you press enter and there's the message. There are times it's easier for something to be read rather than to be heard. And now you have that ability with these quick messages you can send to each other. So let me show you a little bit about how this sets up and you'll be ready to use it. Well, we started out with three different radios and we're going to work in three different programmers. You're going to need to pay attention here because the programs are very similar. The radios are very similar. And there's some things you have to set up the same in all three of them, but there's some things you can do a little differently and everything will still work. That's kind of a neat idea, isn't it? So we worked with the M1 yesterday and we put in frequencies. For the text messaging, the most important part is that the channels are DMR. This does not work in FM mode. Will not work with your FM handhelds or mobile radios. Only works with the digital radios. So that's the first thing you have to be sure you set up. Frequency must be the same in all three radios. They all have to be DMR. They need a contact and they need a group list. This is what they'll hear. This is who they'll respond to. This can get as complicated as you want to make it, and you'll always be chasing the person you're trying to talk to. This is a KISS situation. Keep it simple. Where those come from, contact, this call ID, this number one, that's what makes it work. I'll be honest with you. The name is not terribly important, but it is so you know what you're doing. Always set it up as a group call. And then the group list, one group list, and it has the one contact in it. So you're listening and talking to the same person. Let's go back over to memories. Everyone and group list. Now when I go to my second radio, which happens to be the handheld, I have the same frequencies. Actually, I picked them up out of here with a copy and I reached down in here and I pasted them and it put all three of them in there. paste. Always double check that it did set it up on DMR. Check your contacts. Now, in this one, the contact was everyone, and you have group list. Here it's contact 1 and group list 1. As I said, it's this number 1 here that makes it work. I can call it anything I want, but it's this number 1 here that makes it work. And you see my contacts can have all kinds of things in them. And if I tried to set all these up, I'd constantly be chasing the person. Keep it simple. Group list. My group list 1, I'm talking to contact 1. Hey, spot on. I know what I'm doing here in this one. The RDMDB, DMR, my names, my contact 1, my group list 1. Double checking. My call ID is 1. My group list 1 to 1 again. Now this one you can tell is a new file. So I'm going to go over here in my zone and I'm going to be sure that they are on both A and B. So no matter where I am in the radio, it's listening to the same frequencies. For the rest of the setup here, settings, radio menu settings. I'm going to need a P key to send messages. Quick messages, type in anything you want. For the M1, settings, radio menu settings, it's text messages. You'll know what that key does. Quick messages, again, they may be filled in. If they are, just erase it and type in whatever you want there. Close the file and save it. This is the RDX1, very similar. My top side key is set to send messages and my quick messages. Communication, send data to radio, and when you're done, you'll have radios that look like this. Then with just a few button clicks, you're sending text messages and everybody knows what you're up to. They just real quick push button and they'll catch down the road. This is Karen. Drive safe. Have fun.